Hello, my fellow artist friends. We have already sketched out embarrassment. So let's get into this. Let's color and illustrate embarrassment for inside out. Open up your sketch. I will add a new layer. And I'm going to start off with renaming this nose. I will be using, same as Ennui, inking ink bleed for my shadows down in charcoals to charcoal. So inking, there we go. For the color, nose, it's a red pink. Same as the skin. Then the sweater is a grayish purple, and then purple pants and red sneakers. Eyes, they're pretty much red, same with the hair, but it's a very pink red. If you have pictures you would like to color drop, you can do that by opening up your reference here in the wrench icon, canvas, turn on reference, and then import color from your camera roll. I will be using this and picking my own colors. Will they be perfect? No, but that will just be more fun. Now, here's red. That's kind of orange almost. Yeah, that's red. That's bright red. I'm going to bring it down to the pink. But see, this part of the pink is very small. If you go too low, you're in the purple. So pink, purple, red, this area. You might have to play around with it just a tad. So this looks more purple. So I'm going to bring it up a tad. I like that. That's very pink though. So what I'm going to do is save this color by just drawing here. And in the future, if I want it, I can just color drop and choose that. So I need more red. I'm going to increase the hue picker. That's a good pink too, actually. A little bit more. What do you think? I think I like that one. And I'm going to just lighten it a tad. Yeah, that's the pink I'm going to use for my nose and the skin. So just the nose, because we'll be adding shading to it. And we want the face and the nose on 2 different layers. Same with the eyes. So that's when we will be able to easily see where one meets the other. So, new layer, face. And I want the face below the nose layer. And time to outline the face. Zoom in, move your canvas around so you're able to draw with ease and enjoy this whole process. Color drop that in. Beautiful. I'm going to move my sketch layer. I'm just going to rename that sketch to the very top. Oh, it won't move. There we go. Like so. Then I can see my sketch layer. Some people take it a step further. Change the blend mode to multiply, but turn down the opacity to about 30. Then you can clearly see everything without it being too overwhelming. Also, my 3 color trials right here are on the same layer as nose. We don't want that. So grab the selection tool, freehand, select those 3 colors, tap the transform tool. I'm not sure why I just selected that. It should automatically select all 3. 3 fingers, swipe down, cut, and paste. Once you do that, you will have these 3 colors on a new layer. Why mine didn't work, it's beyond me. So I'm going to try again. I'm on the nose layer, selection tool. I draw around the 3 colors, transform tool, 3 fingers, cut, paste. As you can see, my paint swatches color trial is on its own layer, and I'll just rename those colors. So we have nose, face, 3 colors. our sketch. Let's continue with the eyes. New layer above the face, below the nose. Eyes. And then right away, 2 more layers for the iris and the pupil. Beautiful. Zooming in, the eyes are not fuzzy or furry, so I will grab the monoline brush, which is usually in calligraphy. I have moved mine to the inking folder. Pure white. And coloring that in. And because my eye layer is behind the nose, you can easily draw down to where the nose meets. You don't have to worry about that. Beautiful. Actually, I might have to erase some of the nose here. I will grab the same eraser brush as I'm using for my inking, which is the ink bleed. And just ever so slightly erase the nose. Go on the nose layer. Just a tad. So that the eyes on both sides look about the same. And to double check, I'm going to turn off the face layer so I can see what the nose looks like. So just to even it out, I will erase a little bit more on both sides. Selecting the same color. Oh, wrong brush. Ink bleed. There we go. There, that's much better. It's more equal. Again, our nose is not a perfect circle, and that's perfectly okay. And I have drawn my white eyes on the wrong layer, so I'm just gonna rename this eyes, bring it down, and bring up the eyes layer and rename that pupil. Okay, so now the iris onto the eyes. Enable clipping mask. Same with the pupil, clipping mask. Iris. Back to monoline. Monoline. And if I zoom in, it's just a very dark red, like the hair. So I'm going to just get a deep color. I think that's good. Let's test it. I'm happy with that. Decrease my brush size to about 2. Those are perfect circles. I've drawn ovals. You can try to make them more circular, like so. If you hold down your brush, it'll enable what is this called? The enable for lost my words. And you can fix up your shape. Quick shapes, that's what it's called. Enable quick shapes. Like so. I'm gonna color that in. And I'll add the highlight and shadow after. And now I want to do the same thing on this side. I can adjust, make sure. If you grab it in the middle, you can move it around anywhere. If you grab one of these nodes, it's just changing the shape of the existing line. That's about equal. I'm happy with that. And it's about the same shape and size. Perfect. Now, jump over to your pupil layer, and that is just pure black, so double tap in this corner, and it'll select pure black. And same idea, you can select, draw a circle, hold down your pencil with your other finger, tap once, and you'll get a perfect circle. You can color that in. And same thing on the other side. Draw a circle, hold it down to enable quick shapes, tap once on the page, get a perfect circle, and try to get it the same size as the other one. Beautiful. Lift both, color that in. And just very quickly, I will double tap on the white and add 2 highlights onto the pupil, like so, and zoom out. Beautiful. We'll add the shadows and the highlight to the iris in a moment. Let's keep going. Eyes are pretty much done. Hair. Let's jump into the hair. So our hair will be on top of our face, our nose, new layer, very top below your sketch, rename hair. And it'll be that darkish pink magenta red. So I will select the colors I used for the iris, zoom in, turn off sketch layer for a second, select that color, turn sketch layer back on, jump into ink bleed. We want that texture. Yes, correct layer. And now just start drawing in the hair. Give Embarrassment a few bangs. And from our other picture, the hair comes down like so. So make sure you do that as well. I'm starting to think my embarrassment is too pink. It needs to be lightened a bit. The easiest way to do that, I will enable auto lock, select the color, and go closer to the white, color fill, that's better. Auto lock on the face and color fill. Because now if I add the shading with charcoal brush, it'll work out great. Okay, so we got that's done. On top of the nose layer, add another layer, we'll name it eyebrows. And the eyebrows look to be just a little bit deeper than the hair. So grab that color and deepen it even more. Same brush. And draw in those eyebrows. And the eyebrows are below the hair. If we jump over to the hair layer, now that we have that darker eyebrow red, let's add in some detail to the hair. Turn off your sketch layer for a moment so you can see where your hair is drawn. We're just adding some dimension, adding more lines. Doesn't have to be perfect. I will now grab the original color of the red and increase the color to a lighter color. And add in a few strokes here and there. And now we'll grab, again, that original color and draw on top of all those again. This will blend everything together. And you have some depth. At the very end, you almost want to grab that light red pink, very, very light, to the very top, not white. And just some highlights at the very top. Just a little bit of highlights where the light would be meeting the hair. And now grab like a white and just a few lines, light lines, thin lines. Minimize your brush size on top of those light pink red colors. And that will give you that shimmer in the hair that you see. But don't put it on the darker colors. Just the lighter pink colors. When you zoom out, it looks great. Turn on your sketching layer one more time. Let's continue with the sweater. Oh wait, let's do the hands and then the sweater. Hands. Let's put that below the face. Select the same color. Increase your brush size. Beautiful. We'll add in shading and highlights after. Let's get all our colors down. Sweater. We want the sweater behind the hands. So below sweater. Sweater. And then we also want sweater cuffs. And the sweater cuffs we want below the hands, above the sweater. Or it can go below too, that works too. Rename that sweater cuff. And 1, 2, 3. And actually, we can also add in this edging too, but all on the same layer because they're separated enough. Let's grab a gray purple. So bring the original hue down about here, pinky purple. And I think that's a good color. Let's color test it. Colors. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. If you want it more gray, just bring it down a tad. That's too dark. Color select your original purple. Bring it up a bit. See how I like that. That's also a nice purple. What do you think? Yeah, I think I'm liking that color the best. Sweater. Decrease my brush size again. So our sweater layers below the face, which is what we need, and below the hands. So it works out great. And I'm just outlining my sketch. And then we'll just color drop to fill in everything. I'm pretty sure. Perfect. Worked out great. And I think my color is a tad dark. For example, when I turn off my sketch layer, but that's okay. Because I will add in some highlights and lowlights and it'll fix itself. Let's continue. Pants. Now those pants are definitely purple. Sweater cuffs. Totally forgot about the sweater cuffs. The sweater cuffs are just a tad deeper than this purple. So I'm going to select that purple, turn my sketch layer back on, and go to the right to get a more purpley color. sweater cuffs, and outline that. And the bottom here. I think I'll add in the detail after I get the pant color. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Perfect. Pants below the sweater. And shoes will go on top of the pants. Pants. And that's very purple. So maybe I'll bring this down a little bit more to get a purpley color. And I think about there. Let's color test. Increase my brush size. Oh no, that's way too magenta. Bring that down a bit. That's better. Maybe more purple. Oh, yeah, we're getting there. What do you think? I think I will go with this purple. Color drop that purple. And then I'll add some shadows and it'll become darker. Pants. Don't forget to decrease your brush size. Color drop. And shoes. Shoes will go above the pant layer. And the shoes they look red, but I'm going to grab this pink color. Maybe I'll grab the same red as the eyes. I'm going to turn off the sketch layer for a second, select that color red, zoom in a bit, and maybe go a tad more saturated. That looks great. And so that I can see clearly the white part of my shoes and any more detail, let me just turn off my sketch layer. Let me just select that purple, fix the pants a little bit. Right here, I want to bring those pants down. There you go. That looks more equal now. Let's change the background color. So let's add yet another layer. Background. Background. And you can choose whatever color you'd like. Pink, purple, blue. What goes well with purple? Let's try. I'm gonna go like a little bit orange yellow. A very light yellow. I'm happy with that. I like the yellow. Here the backgrounds are all purple. But I like this yellow, it really pops, makes everything pop. So I'm gonna leave it like so. Go back to my shoe layer, grab pure white, and add in the bottom of my shoes. Nice. And try to make that as equal as possible. Excellent. Now with my monoline brush, add in the shoe detail. Make sure the monoline brush is small, size 2 is good. 2 dots, curved line. You can have one curved line or a few, just to add in those lace details. Like so. That's a little too small. Or just draw a line. Don't even need the 2 dots. Beautiful. I love it. Let's add some shading so we can see the nose. And we'll also have to draw the mouth. Now the mouth is a bit of a whimper. So I will grab this. light red color, jump over to the face layer, make sure I'm using ink bleed, turn my sketch layer back on so I can see where I drew that. Turn off my sketch layer, let's see how that looks. I like it. Let's jump into the, actually no, stay on the face layer. Jump over to charcoal folder. I'm gonna use to be compressed. I'm gonna grab that original color and just deepen it a bit, just a little bit. And this will be my shading. My brush is around 10%, let's see how that looks. So I need to go a little bit smaller, maybe 9%. I am slowly adding shading around the nose. So I'm on the face layer, I'm drawing around the nose and ever so slightly going around so that the nose has some shading. Now you're able to see it very lightly. If you press too hard, you added too much shadow, you don't like it. Instead of, you don't use the eraser button, the eraser tool, you re-choose the same color and just draw over and that will erase it. If you were to choose the eraser, it would actually erase the face, so we don't want that. Very lightly, just going around the nose like so. Beautiful. Adding more shadows to the left side of the face. Again, very lightly. And the bottom of the face where it meets the sweater. Go around very lightly. Add in the darker color as you go. It's easier to add than take away. Hence the lightly. And take your time. Beautiful. Chin has more shading. And this side of the face. Now, because there's so much shadow on this side of the face, you can no longer see the distinctive shadow around the sweater. So what we'll do is deepen that a little bit more, just a tad, and again go over the edge. So you're pretty much adding 2 layers of shadows. Like so. Beautiful. The nose area, just on the bottom here, I'll deepen it as well, because under the nose we'd have more shadow than on top. Beautiful. Look at that, looks great. You might have to just touch up the lips because they're on the same layer as the face. So back to inking, ink bleed, select that color. Make sure your brush size is small or the same size, and just go over your lips to clean them up. Look at that, that looks awesome. I will jump back into the charcoal and just add a little bit of shadows around the hair as well. Give it some more dimension. Beautiful. Now doing the opposite, let's jump over to the nose layer and add some highlights. And a tiny little bit of shadows on the bottom. We can't add too much shadow because then again, the line will disappear. So nose, make sure alpha lock is turned on. It should already be turned on, but just in case it's not. Ever so slightly. That's it, just tiny. You're almost adding just texture than shadow. And then grab the original color and lighten it. Decrease my brush size a bit, and just in the middle here, you're adding some of that highlight. Middle and a little bit top right. So top right, middle, not the edge, middle, top right. When you tap on your color picker, here's your history of colors. I will grab that darker pinky red, and just a little bit on the top where the eyes meet, like so. And that's it. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. It's good. I'm happy with it. Let's jump over to the sweater. Sweater layer. Here's the line that we did not add yet. Our sweater layer is right here. It's just a color flat. So I will turn on auto lock, 2-finger swipe. You'll see the texture. And we have to deepen the edges around the face as well. And then with a small brush, we'll do that line. So turn off the sketch layer. Select that purple, deepen it a bit, just a tad. Make sure you're using that compressed B pencil. Auto locks turned on. I'm just getting that edge where it meets the face. Like so. Beautiful. A little bit more up top here because that's where the hair is. Nice. Lowering the brush size. Let's see. 2? No, 1. Yeah, all the way down to 1. Turn on our sketch layer so that we can see our sketch. We're still on the sweater layer, and we will draw this line. Just draw a little bit, turn off the sketch layer, see what it looks like. How do you like that? That's a little bit too thin for me. I'm gonna increase my brush size to 2 and go over it one more time. I prefer the size 2. That looks better. Turn my sketch layer back on, and I will continue. Hold your pencil vertically as much as you can, because on the side it'll be a bigger brush. Turn off my sketch layer, and I will deepen this edge of my sweater. Beautiful. And I will continue that along that edge all the way to the top. Just grabbing the edge up here and connecting it like so. Awesome. Turn sketch layer back on. Let's get these detail lines in the sweater as well. It's right here. And this pouch. Turning off my sketch layer so I can see everything more clear. And I'll go over it a few more times just to deepen that color, get it more clear. Undo. If you really need to erase something, select that original purple and color over. Do not use the eraser tool. Pick that purple again. Just going over the same spot a few times just to deepen it. My brush size is size 2. I didn't change anything. Nice. And on this side, I'm going to increase my brush size to about 5/6 and just get this entire edge. And now we need to add some shading below the arm. Decrease my brush size to 3 or 4. Same layer. If you're having too much of a trouble in controlling your brush size and where the color is being put down, then you can also add a new layer on top of the sweater, enable a clipping mask, and that's where you can draw your shading, your shadow. And if you do make a mistake, then it would be easier to just erase, like so. Okay, there goes all the shadows, and a little bit in here, just a tad, and some detail, a little bit here. Looks awesome. I need to leave it there, maybe right here a little bit more, that shoulder, under the neck. Beautiful. I think that looks great. I'm gonna grab the color of the lip, gonna jump over to the hands, enable alpha lock, inking, where did my inking brush go? Inking brush, ink bleed, turn on my sketch layer, and just add in a line, 3 lines, to add in that detail where the fingers are. Beautiful. And just outline it a little bit here too, so you can see the thumbs. Turn off my sketch layer, see what that looks like. Beautiful. And just outline the thumb even, so you can clearly see it. I love that. I'm very, very happy with that. And just outline at the bottom because it would be darker here. Nice. Let's go to the sweater cuffs. Alpha lock, same brush. Grab that original purple. You want to deepen it, darken it just a tad, not too much. And add in many, many lines for those cuff details. Thin lines. The bottom. They do not need to be equal or perfect. Beautiful. That's looking great. Pants. Alpha lock. Let's add in some shading. Charcoals to be pencil. Select the original color and deepen it. Now let's add in some shading on the inside of the pant legs. Very lightly, I am pressing inward. The bottom of the shoe, where the shoe and the pant leg meet. And you might have to add in a double shadow. So here, kind of bring that in about halfway. And then don't forget where the sweater meets the pants. So pretty much only this part was not touched by shadow. And because we added so much shading, let's deepen it a little bit more to get in those details. And deepen it a little bit at a time. Adding is always easier. And again, I'm using alpha lock. If that is too much or too hard, add in a new layer, clipping mask, and then you can add in all your shading. But definitely not needed. Let's deepen it one more time. Kind of where I assume where the pant pockets would be. But I don't think Embarrassment has pant pockets, hence the sweater. That looks awesome. Let me turn off the color layer, because we just have Embarrassment there. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's add in a little bit of highlights to the sweater. Completely forgot sweater. Increase the color, select the original color, increase it a little bit to make it more white. I'm still got my 2B. And I'm gonna outline this area a little bit. A little bit here on the top. Like so. That looks good. A little bit here in the middle, because it was the light would touch. And just a little bit right there. A little, oh, let's jump over to the hand layer. Select that color, increase it to white, just a bit over here. A little bit on the knuckles, because those knuckles decrease brush size to 2. Those knuckles would definitely catch the light. Decrease to 1. Nice. You know what? That's a little bit too intense. So I'm selecting the original pink. I'm just going over it ever so slightly to get rid of some of that. And I took a little bit too much detail away from my red. No. Let's fix that. There you go. I'm happy with that. Charcoal. White. Oh, that's the wrong pink. Select the hand color. There we go. Beautiful. And a little bit here. But I need to get that purple. Increase brush size to 3. Just a little bit. Make sure you're on the right layer. Very good idea as well. Like so. Beautiful. And I never added any shadows to these pockets, so just a little bit in here. If you go over the highlighted part just a tad, it just gives it more texture without erasing the highlight. And maybe just where the shoes are. Shoes. Increase that color to a lighter red. And where the shoe meet, oops. Make sure shoes are off locked. And where the shoes meet the pants. Not to the side. Give it some highlight to define where they meet. But don't get the white. Beautiful. We are finished. Let me know how your drawing and coloring of Embarrassment went in the comments. Tag me on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can see the next few videos. Next few videos will be all about Despicable Me, which will be very exciting and fun to draw the minions. Thanks for coming. Thanks for spending some time with me. It was great. Can't wait to see you the next time. Continue drawing and continue growing. See you next time.